Good evening, Money Reg here, aka Legend, back with another video entitled The Mayor is Gone. See you later. Let's get started. Sunday morning I woke up and I heard the mayor of New York City was not running for a second term. He had withdrew from the contest, even though his name will be on the ballot in November. He has decided he's had enough. No, motherfucker, we've had enough. He gets on TV every day crying, oh, I'm not getting campaign money. I'm not getting this, I'm getting that. You know why, Mr. Mayor, you're not getting campaign money? Because your entire 4 years in office has been tarnished by people around you with campaign issues, people getting arrested, people resigning, 4 or 5 police chiefs, commissioners, all that shit. That's why. And to make matters worse, you fucking with my health insurance. That's why I'm not voting for you. So you got Zoran Mandani. They say he's a socialist. Whatever the fuck that means. Let me just break it down to you quick. Keep it real simple. If you're telling me I got a guy who wants people to get on the bus free, that's not a new idea. That's been tried in other cities across this country. This is a very rich state and city. People should be able to get on the bus for fucking free. You're grabbing them by the nuts and the titty nipples for every coin. I'm reading the paper the other day. Check this one out, fans. They have something called a noise camera now in New York City. A noise camera. So if you're driving down the street and your muffler, you hit a rock and your muffler's messed up, you're driving down the street, the first ticket is $800. 800. Not 800, 800. Next ticket is something like 1,700. So if your kid got a car with that muffler thing on, it's 1,700. The next ticket is 2,500. Everything in New York is designed to rob you. You got red light camera, speed camera, noise camera. Now they got cameras for the stop sign, making sure that you do a complete stop. And it goes on and on and on. And Mr. Mayor, you didn't say a goddamn thing about getting rid of some of these cameras. First they had it, oh, we're only gonna run them on school hours. Then when they found out how much money was being generated, they kept the cameras going all day long. So if you come outside at night or in the day or whenever it is, you'll just see the cameras flashing like the paparazzi. Every ticket is $50, so on and so on. Then they claim they mail it to you, but they didn't mail it to you. So they can charge you an additional $25 service fee for not responding to the ticket in 30 days. Everything is designed for you to lose. So the fuck to the you, Mr. Mayor, because you didn't step up. You tried to kill our health insurance. You tried to put us in managed care. Do I really need somebody managing my care? No, but it was to save you and your friends money. So put us in managed care. Essentially, these people are going to tell you that you're going to die waiting on the managed care to come to you. So your polling numbers were in the single digits, Mr. Mayor. And it was time for you to go a long time ago. Because everybody around you, you even had the police chief. He signed off on $200,000 overtime to his lieutenant because she's sucking a dick. I don't mind the chief getting his dick sucked because I know the chief. Just not with my money. You going to pay one of these cops to be whores? Do it with your money. What you need my money for? I'm a taxpaying citizen. He was getting his dick sucked. You got to go online, ladies and gentlemen, and see the video. She's saying, Chief Madry, you want to come out and play? Oh, I guess he sticks his dick in her mouth on a regular. Apparently so. This is crazy. So he got $200,000 worth of pussy? I ain't getting none. Where my cut? Shit. I feel like I'm being neglected. Somebody help the baby. Lord, sweet baby. He being neglected. That's how I feel. Shit. Everything is designed to catch you in New York, man. So you, Mr. Mayor, you didn't put a stop to that. That's your boy. Then the police commissioners kept leaving. Over and over and over. Then some under investigation. Now you have another police commissioner that's allegedly suing you. And it goes on and on and on. So now you say Zoran Mandani's a socialist. I don't like when people start calling names. That's the first sign that you're in trouble and you fear the opposition. So what you're going to try to do is label them in a very negative way, hoping that they get some votes. You're not getting no motherfucking votes here. Because I don't know what a socialist is. I think that's a decent human being that's trying to make sure that everyone is fed well. That they ride the subway or the bus for free. He's stating bus, not subway. But whatever it is, he wants everybody to share in the wealth. Not a problem. How's this democratic process working out? It ain't working out too well. Trump and his friends, the rich, are getting richer. Rich guy Ellison for Oracle, I believe, the computer guy, has more money than Elon Musk. Reading the Times the other day, say he's going to be the first trillionaire. You know how many billions it takes to get a trillion? 1,000 fucking billion it takes to get a trillion. So the wealth gap is significantly expanding. I went into Walmart the other day. Little steak that I usually get, $25. Nice little ribeye. You know, put some potatoes on with some vegetables. Went the other day, man, them steaks $45. And when you put it in the oven, it shrinks to about the size of a hamburger. I said, this is Walmart? I had to take my glasses off, see where the fuck I was. We're in Walmart. You can't eat today, ladies and gentlemen. You can't buy food for a family. You're going to slice the meat so thin, you're going to be able to see your family member through the meat. That's where we are right now. So, Mr. Mayor, I'm glad you're gone. I want some new blood in there. I hear people say, hey, he's an Islamic kind of guy. I don't know what that means. Practice Islam, all right. I got Jewish friends. I got Catholic friends. The fuck I care what he practices. Long as when he comes to work, he doubles down and shows up and shows out. That's all I'm interested in. All the hyperbole and the name calling, I'm not getting into that. Because if Zendami doesn't do his job and he wins to be mayor, which it looks like he will, that's why Donald Trump already trying to put his fat fucking thumbs on the scale and say New York City gets no federal money. If he wins, he'll get 4 years like Eric Adams to show the city what he has. And if he doesn't perform well, this is New York City, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to run him right the fuck back to Uganda or wherever the fuck he's from. So we're going to be good in that respect. But my position is, and especially if you've been watching my videos, is give young people a chance. Some of the ideas, very good. Now we have to see the implementation of the idea. I'm all about giving people a shot. People have given me a shot, as many of you know. I didn't have a real mother, father growing up. And the world and the ecosystem adored me, literally. Took care of me, loved me. And for that, I am extraordinarily humbled by it all. Thank you. So I'm prepared to give a guy a shot. He's from Idi Amin country. Go and Google Idi Amin for some of you who do not know. The great Ugandan. The president of Uganda. Idi Amin. He's from over there. I hear the governor say, well, his parents got money. Shit, it don't mean he got money. If I got $5, it don't mean my kids got $4 in it. They may have to wait till somebody die. He's paying $2,000 per month rent, it is alleged, on a reasonable salary. What is Governor Cuomo talking about? Governor Cuomo, you look tired and your suits look tired. Sit your old ass down and get another script. The fact of the matter is this, ladies and gentlemen. Mayor Adams needs to move to the side, and he has. The race will be run and won by Zoran Mandani. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I don't want to do his name any injustice. Because Mayor Adams, you dropped the ball. You had us. I voted for you. Matter of fact, my lawyer and I were in his office one night, and we wrote checks out to your campaign. And right before your campaign, we were writing big checks. And then we heard that during your time as Brooklyn Borough President, which the federal government now has confirmed with the indictment, that some things went on that should not have gone on. Fact or fiction, fear or favor, I don't fucking know. I wasn't there. Only thing I know is Donald Trump got you off the hook. And you would have been better saying to Trump and the Justice Department that you were prepared to go to trial. But no, you didn't do that. You went and met with Trump, and you got the get out of jail free card. I believe your first deputy mayor is in state court, state Supreme Court, her and her son facing charges. Right? So everybody around you got some kind of stench. So we don't need that shit. I had dinner with the first mayor of New York City at Gracie Mansion. This is me with Mayor Dinkins, a beautiful man, educated lawyer. He was down with the Black Power movement, not with the Panthers or anything like that. Just the civil rights movement. When I say Black Power, I want to clarify that. I don't want to say anything disparaging or anyone gets the wrong interpretation of what I'm saying. But a dynamite brother, you're not this guy, Mayor Adams. You're not that guy. You're not that guy at all. You're not even close to being the first mayor or like the first mayor of New York City, David Dinkins. Not at all. He was smooth, charismatic, new shit. And I give you credit. You got a lot of guns off the street. I'm going to give you a big round of applause for that. You got a lot of guns off the street. I'm going to give you that. You got a lot of guns off the street. But you fucked up in a lot of other places. When you started with taking care of health care from people, and what I've been saying to you, I even texted you one night, and you sent me a long thing about you in charge of 300,000 municipal workers and all that bull. Anyway, all that bullshit. The fact of the matter is, the older people get, the more health coverage they need. And I don't think that you were sympathetic to that, maybe because you're the mayor and you get a different kind of health package. I don't particularly know. But the fact of the matter is, those pleas went on deaf ears. In New York, the thing that's crazy is they love giving vouchers and subsidies to women with children, and they should. But what about single people who pay just as many taxes, or maybe more? I got no check during COVID. My son said, don't tell nobody. I said, man, don't tell me shit, because I pay a lot of taxes. I would have liked a COVID check. I like a subsidy. I pay property taxes. I like somebody to give me him, but you don't. You could have fought for us, Eric Adams, and you didn't. So I'm glad they just moved your black ass over to the side. Just moved to the side. Now we have someone else who may hear us a little more effectively than you did, because you didn't hear the crime. Everything in New York is about robbing, man. All these cameras on the street. You can't even move. You're driving at night. I got the Uber Eats guy. I got the Grubhub. I got the this guy. I got the that guy. I'm like on a speed course. I'm constantly trying not to run a motherfucker over. The other night I decided to take an Uber into Manhattan. I didn't feel like driving. I said, I'll take an Uber. They charged me almost $100. Not a big deal. The guy was doing 25 miles an hour. I told motherfucker, roll these windows down, because the way you going, I need some air up in this motherfucker. He was like, I'm not going to drive very fast. 25 miles an hour is all I can go. Then I had to pay $100 almost coming back. I told my kid, this is the last fucking time I'm taking an Uber into Manhattan or any place else or Lyft. I'll just drive myself. I'd rather get a $45, $50 speeding ticket and save me $150, because I paid almost $200 to get into the city and back. I'm done with this shit. Everything is designed to make sure the subway is going up, Mr. Mayor. You could have talked to the MTA about that. Rents are going up, Mr. Mayor. You control many seats on the rent guideline board. The bridges and everything going up, Mr. Mayor, what are you going to do? You could help out a little bit. And if you could not help out, if you could not override the state's authority, you could have put your position on the record so that we would know that you stand with the least of thee. And many people believe, Mr. Mayor, you lost focus because you're not standing with the least of thee. People hungry in New York right now, for real, my G. Most people can't pay rent. Rent's through the roof. You know it. But the rent guideline board gives them a rent increase, which I understand. Landlord got to pay property taxes too. Got to make repairs too. But the fact of the matter is, Mr. Mayor, so many critical issues of the day that needed your voice, you didn't. Then you got slick and blamed Biden for getting you locked up because you didn't go along with the migrant situation. That's your story. Biden will have his story. But at the end of the day, Mr. Mayor, Biden has not gotten most of your staff members, campaign contributor, and a lot of those people around you. Biden didn't put them people in jail or bring them up on the charges. They brought themselves up on the charges. Matter of fact, you just had a lady recently, I believe for you, who was a campaign contributor, putting a $100 bill and a bag of potato chips and passing it to one of your staff members, asking her if she'd like a potato chip or two. $100 bill was in there, I do believe. So that's the kind of bullshit that even though your staff member immediately pointed out what was going on, and they really got on that lady's ass. But that's the kind of climate that you created. And hanging with Donald Trump, you just got that gorilla shit on you. So even though your suit was clean, you're always going to smell like shit, Mr. Mayor. But Donald Trump threw that gorilla shit on you, and that shit smells, it stinks. That's why nobody wanted to be around you. So I'll close by saying this. Wherever you go, Trump promised you an ambassadorship. I don't know how true that is. If he did, congratulations. Take that shit and run, because you ain't doing shit here. The next mayor will have his 4 years. He'll have an ample time frame to get things done, to make New York livable again. I cannot wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. So I wish you the very best, Mr. Mayor. Move your black ass over to the side. Allow someone else to come in with new ideas, new thoughts, new ideology, new positions, and maybe we can get New York City to be the greatest city in the world once again. So until next time, I make these videos for young people. Jack Littman 7572 on the YouTube channel. Thank you for listening. I love you. Pay close attention the next few weeks, and we'll see what happened and who will be the next mayor. May peace be still. God bless you. Over and out, and have a good evening. Take care.